Okay, ready?
Yeah, I think so.
Lydia Daydal, MA Connect TV, backstage at Capital One in the National Basketball Arena with the infamous Ryan Sheehan. How are you? I said I'd grab you because I missed you the last time.
Yeah, I suppose we didn't get to do it after the last fight, did we?
No.
I kind of had a panic attack and left the venue after the ambulance, I suppose.
Yeah, well, I mean, I didn't want to bring it up, but you, like, there's certain things that I never want to talk about because, like, obviously I know you, like, outside of fighting, you know, as a friend.
Yeah.
And, like, when I was leaving, you were, like, you just weren't yourself at all, you know?
Big shock to me, you know. I took 12 months out, as you know. I took 12 months out of... I came back after a 12-month layoff to do a big super fight, you know. Like, it's madness if you think of it, like. I just didn't perform, I don't think. I wasn't as sharp as I should have been. Yeah. But that happens when you take a break. Mm-hmm. So afterwards I was really pissed off with everybody. Like, it was just I was just blaming everything, like, you know. Came out 2 or 3 days later, like, I seen the video, seen a bit of footage back, and I was actually like, Jesus, I didn't do as bad as I thought. So then I was like, can't wait to go again. Yeah. You know,
you had a pretty bad nasty cut though during that fight as well.
Yeah, down to the cartilage. Like, it was 5 stitches. I didn't break it though. Like, I can't picture how I didn't break my nose after a knee in the face. Made a steal, I suppose. Or else I'm stupid to stay up.
I'd rather you get it than me, that's for sure.
But yeah, I received it. Like, it was near the end of the first round, and then I came back after the first round and I sat down and they were like fixing it and everyone was like, your nose is cut, and I was like, yeah, just give me the gum shield and going back out. Yeah. But I couldn't see going back out through my left eye. Couldn't catch my breath because my nose was just choked up on it.
Can you hear what your corner is saying to you in those moments, you know?
Just listen to Martin.
Yeah.
I not to be like blanking everyone out, but I try and just focus on what Martin's saying because he have a great fight IQ. Yeah. You know, like, he knows things, he spots things. So I'd listen.
And he's been in there.
He's been in the game.
Do you know what I mean?
Like, you can't knock the hustle. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, he's been in there. He knows just as much as everybody else, I suppose. Veteran of the sport, legend in this country. Like, you know, if it wasn't for him, Thai boxing wouldn't be where it is. You just saw Toby Smith, like, one of the most exciting fighters in the world, in Dublin. Like, if it wasn't for Martin, that would never happen.
And you know what was funny? While Toby was fighting, I was kind of looking at the crowd, looking at the audience, and there's all these young guys, the up-and-comer guys, but they were, you know, starstruck. They're like looking with big bright eyes, like just like soaking every movement that he makes, you know. And to have that on their doorstep is incredible, right?
That's the thing. Like, I can remember Martin saying, like, I've been seeing some of the top level fighters in Cork, you know, for years. So Dublin probably wouldn't had that as long as we had it down Cork. So I feel like they're starting to get some, with Martin especially putting shows in Dublin, like, that's big. It's a big move for the sport. So it's trying to develop more fighters in Dublin to want to push on to that level. Absolutely, like, you know. Yeah. And that's what it should be like. I think that's the way it should be. Like, fighters should be really going for it, like, and fighting their heart out. Toby Smith always puts it on the line. Yeah. You know, I can't knock him for that.
Well, no one wanted that to end, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I came into watching the 5th round, I was like, Jesus, I wish there was another 5, you know? Yeah. But yeah, it was a brilliant fight from the start. Yeah, it was. 2 swinging elbows.
Do you come to a night like this and be like, oh, I would love to be involved? Like, why am I not fighting? What happened?
See, a funny story. At the night of my last fight, I was walking around the venue and everybody was like, you're fighting in Dublin as well. And I was like, no, not that I know of. So I was getting my hands wrapped in the
Martin had the poster done and all.
So I was sitting in the crowd getting my hands wrapped, and someone said, you're fighting in Dublin next month? And I was like, no. They were like, you're on the programme. So they showed me the programme and I was like, first I've heard of it. But yeah, if I wasn't after receiving this damage on my nose, I would have been 100% on tonight. Yeah. Bulling to go back in again, buzzing. I actually really want to fight.
So do you actually have to take time out now because of it, or
well, I'm training away. Like, it was only a month ago. I'm going to give it another maybe a month before I receive any sparring because I don't want a long-term injury. So
yeah, of course.
I'll rest it, and but like that, I'll take a fight if I have to. You know.
Well, let's talk about. I caught this moment outside because I interviewed Jay, and he started talking about you. He's like, you know, that's a fight that I want, and it was actually quite nice. He said that, you know, he remembers when you had that belt, and remembers like looking at you and being like, you know, I want to be there. You know, what is that like to, you know, be at your age, be the same age as him, but to have people say like, you know, oh, I remember when Ryan had that belt and like I want to be like him, and striving to get there, you know?
See, like everybody, we've always had people we look up to, you know. I suppose, especially between me and Jay, we're the same way. Yeah. I did dominate that weight class. I still believe I will.
Yeah.
You know, I've achieved more than anybody this country has ever seen. 19 world champion, 18 European champion, 17 Irish champion 2 times. Come on, I've put the work in. I know when to take it serious.
Yeah.
I'll step up to the plate every time.
Does it frustrate you when someone like Jay is saying,
No,
like, I want to fight you, or, you know?
I say I'm not I don't like the hype. You know, I like just nice smooth. I live a quiet lifestyle. You know, I don't like the whole hype. I don't really hype fights and stuff. I don't really actually follow fight sports.
Yeah.
Like, I don't talk about them outside the gym. Never mention fight sports. So like, when someone's like that to me, oh, I can't wait to watch a fight. Like, I'm like, oh yeah, it's just another day to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, when there's someone else wants to fight me, it's like, all right, I might be interested. But Jay is great for the level he's at now. Like, I'm not trying to knock him. You know, he is fighting his way up to the top. That's the way we have to do it. But look, if the fight comes up in the future, like, I've big plans. You know, I'm looking for the money fights with the big. I want to put my name out there. I want to stamp my mark, be the greatest Irish fighter we had. Like, I'm on the way to doing that. Like, you know, I'm still 21. I think a lot of people forget.
So young, right? It's very, very young.
A lot of people forget as well. I'm still young because I've been around for so long.
And the people who are, like, you know, in their late 20s or in their early 30s will, like, hear that, God, look what he's achieved at 21.
And it's before 21 because I stopped. I didn't fight when I was 21. I took a year off, you know. So like, I had 12 months out as well. Like, the last. And
to have the mindset that is needed to be a high level athlete at your age is uncommon.
Yeah, you have to
be
stupid.
Well, you have to. No, I don't. I think you have to be very smart. Actually,
you have to be mad. You have to be mad to do.
But look at the majority of people who are your age. They're like sat in a pub. They're thrown up in a ditch somewhere, like on a Saturday
I've had them
night.
nights as well. You know, we all have to live our lives.
Me too.
Yeah, I like to see that I've achieved a lot at a young age. 20, like, I've done a lot before 20. I'm only training 7 years in May.
Yeah, it's like incredible.
I started when I was 15. I'll be 22 in May, so yeah, it's like 7 years. But like, from the start, I've had the hard fights. You know, I never got thrown into like easy fights, so it was like Martin knew. He must have known something. Yeah. And I can remember
he saw it in you, you know, of course he did.
You either have it or you don't. I see it myself, like, people who come into the gym and who leave. Again, I know who's going to be great, I know who's not going to be great, I can spot it, you know. I think I'd be a great coach, I reckon, you know, like, I'd have a great IQ for it, like, I can spot things, and I'd love to look after young fellas, you know, fighters.
Is that like down the line, is that something you're looking at?
Yeah, when I retire, like, I plan on being still involved massively in sport, like, I plan on doing seminars, I'd like to do seminars, PTs with fighters, like, you know, and
well, I don't think if you're that involved in a sport straight off the bat, I don't think you can ever leave it. You know, truly, you can leave fighting, but the sport itself, I don't think you ever can.
Especially because the people you surround yourself with, you know, it's more of it's more than just training together. It's a family, you know. Yeah. Me and the lads, like, we rip the bollocks out of everyone. Like, you know, we just we mock each other and we have slags and everyone gets on. You know, there's no egos. Everyone just gets the training done, but have a laugh.
But I think that's the beauty of not only Muay Thai gyms, but martial arts combat sports gyms.
It gives you that bit of you respect people a bit more, you know, you're disciplined.
And the thing is, you know that when you go there, you get there's a bit of banter and, you know, there's all this and that. But if it came down to the crunch, you know, you do have that outlet where you can go and be like, look, lads, I'm having a shit day. And I guarantee you that when you came back to the gym after your loss, there was no one, you know, everyone was being supportive as opposed to like...
Oh, that's the way it is. Like, in the gym, like, we travel together for fights, you know, like, it's never just one fella fighting on his own. We try and go as a team, so, like, we look after it. But sport is the main thing you can get. But yeah, when you go back from the gym, especially after a loss, like, it's hard, you know, because, like, you're training for 6-7 weeks, more of a lifestyle, really. You know what I mean? It's you live and fight, you live and breathe and fight. So when you kind of go back after a loss, you feel you have to disappoint people.
Well, you definitely aren't. I mean, that's just in your own mind. Like, no one goes home at night and goes, Jesus, like, Ryan really disappointed me there tonight with that loss. Nobody's doing that.
But I think that's just the fighters. That's the way a fighter would think. You know, you be like, it's the emotions be running wild. Yeah. But everybody has to take a loss to take a win, don't they?
Yeah.
You have
and
to take
appreciate the win, you have to lose.
Like,
you have to.
I've been in there with some of that, like, the top level world fighters, like Shero in Japan, the guy who fought Mayweather, Tenshin. I fought Tenshin 15 months before he fought Mayweather. That's madness. Like, a fella from Cork fights Tenshin, and then a year later he fights Mayweather. What's the chances of that? Like,
what are the chances?
That?
And call out Mayweather.
Yeah, I might do one big call out. No, I'm not into that. I don't like the call outs. But
for that money, I'd bleed and call him out, you man.
For the money, Yeah, I definitely would love the money for fighting.
I know.
I'd like to, like, hopefully as well, like, down the lines, I'd like to sign for one championship. Because they love exciting fighters, you know? And I'm willing to put my heart and soul into I'd give anything for the crowd to be happy with a performance.
Yeah.
You know, like, I don't care about a perfect record. I don't care about winning fights as much as once I'm after giving everything. Once I know I left it all in there and nobody can tell me I didn't try my best, I'm happy with that.
Absolutely.
I don't care about a perfect record because, like, if you look at the best fighters in the world, Sanchai and they've all got, like, nearly 100 losses, but it's just another thing.
It's just
So
get
you
in and
just
get
have
it
to
done,
get-
and
you just
that's
have
it.
to get back up, and you have to knock it off, and you have to throw again.
Yeah, it's the beauty of it.
Yeah.
And it's the beauty of the sport, and it's the beauty of a fighter, of their mind, that it's just like, yeah, I lost, and in I go. And I think if you let the loss overtake your mental capacity, then this is not the game for you.
I did that when I fought Tippy at Sitmanchai.
Yeah.
I sat down after that fight and really thought things through because I fought in Iraq and I fought Daniel McGowan just before that and I fought Tension just before that.
Yeah.
I fought Stephen Irvine before that and then I fought a Spanish kid before that. Like, all of those guys were in the rankings in WBC, like each one of them. And I climbed up, I got to like a number 11 spot. Like, that's madness as well, like being from Cork, like Ireland, like, and being on the map and just being able to represent your country and people knowing who you are.
Absolutely, yeah.
And I had to take a break, I reckon, you know, like, it's mentally, you need to take a rest, you know.
Yeah.
I done 35 fights in 6 years. Like, that's a lot of fighting, especially for someone so young.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't really have, like, the life outside of a gym as much as my friends my age.
Yeah.
So, like, it was always, like, I used to have to miss parties, I used to have to miss, like, festivals and
Tell me about
things
it.
like
Working
this, you know.
every
The
Saturday night
sport
doing this.
is heartbreak. It is actually heartbreak, but like, I love it then again at the end of the day. You know, it's the one thing I can really turn on to and be happy with.
Absolutely.
When I'm in the gym, I feel safe, I feel comfortable, I feel
Yes,
I feel like I'm the best in the world, you know.
Yeah. Safe is a very key word because I've met so many people who've said that like, it's safe because they go there, they know what to expect, they know who's going to be there, there's no like surprises, there's no,
You go in,
you're in control of the situation. So it is you know, if anyone's got any kind of safety issues,
and
go to a gym.
and the way as well, like, everybody's kind of doing the same, is there for the same reason.
Yes, same
So,
purpose,
like, you're
to
all-
better themselves, to better
you're
the
bonding.
team.
You bond with your training partners, you know. It becomes a bond because everyone's there at the end of the day to do the same thing. We always want to fight, or even the lads that don't fight, like some of the lads that don't fight in the gym, who train just as hard as us and will train with us and spare us.
Yeah.
And like, hold pads for us, you know. They look after us, you know.
Yeah,
They
of
look
course.
after the guys who are fighting. Same way we're not fighting, we'll join in with them and teach them stuff. You know, it's a bond more than anything.
Absolutely.
You have to have that little respect with people,
You
between
definitely
everyone
do.
in the gym.
100%. Oh, there's the boss.
Oh.
What?
Martin Horgan, you jump in here.
Come on, we want ya.
Please, real quick, jump in.
Come
jump
on.
In. So we're just talking because I didn't get your hair is grand. So go for that there. Come in.
I like things I work with things.
I know we get you real quick. Martin Horgan, promoter here at Capital One. Well, listen, great night so far. We just literally talked about Toby Smith. Like, what a fight!
Unbelievable. Probably one of the best fight of decades I've seen. Like, you know.
You jumped off your seat. I'd say
I
about
jumped so much.
53 times.
I'm going to be disgraced on CBS television, but like everyone, Scott Kent, Kevin Noon from the WBC, they thought it was an excellent fight. But it was always built that way. Everyone who knows their Muay Thai and everyone who knows the sport really well, you had your number one and your number two, probably better, the best guys. Anything over, let's say, Yudzatlai in Muay Thai, they were the best guys in the world. Like, so that's what we got. Like, you know,
Yeah,
and
so
did they deliver? Like, you know.
I was even just saying to Ryan that you can see in the young guys and the fans that are fighters that are up and coming.
They've never seen anything like
Their
that.
eyes were wide open.
Yeah.
They were just like taking in everything that was going on.
It's very rare for us in Ireland, especially, to get to see something live like that in front of you.
Yeah.
I can't. Just that fight was unbelievable. Last time I remember a good fight like that. No, you have your good domestics fights where they're great coming back and forth, like, but world class like that, I think, was Sanchai Benowi in Cork a couple of years ago, and we had Jordan Watson, Cedric Muller in Cork a couple of years ago.
And those are the nights that people still talk about.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, they're like, remember the night.
But I basically knew that would be the fight, like, you know. So I'm delighted with it.
And let's not leave Sean Clancy. See,
my
we
God,
just had him in here with the
you know,
title.
That's it. Like, Sean, an unbelievable performance. Like, he had the grit hair there. Like, Roy Wills, he kicks so hard, like you could hear the shots. Clancy, that's his 61st fight now, like you know. He's fought all over the world. He's fought in Japan, he's fought in Australia, he's fought in Thailand, he's fought in China, Hong Kong. He's fought everywhere, and the man really doesn't get enough. What? Oh yeah. Well, before '97 it wasn't. Anyway, when the year you were born.
Geography teacher here in the corner.
Yeah, Clancy's fought all over the world, and to be honest, he doesn't get enough recognition. And like Clancy's laid back, like you know, and stuff like that. Like, but a real hard fight, like, and I love to know what this opens up for him, opens up around the place. Cause
listen, I said to him as well, like you know, it's not a 1 month, 2 month thing. It's years in the making. Him getting that title.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
to see all of your face when he won that, like you were happier than he was. You know what I mean? Delighted.
Yeah. It's a good buzz, like you know. It's a big thing, like you know, and it gives a good recognition around the world with every other promotion as well, like and you know a nice. He's been hovering there around the WBC rankings, and so he Roy Wills is really highly rated in Australia.
Yeah.
He's in top tier fights the whole way through, like, so happy with that, like, you know.
I mean, it was great. He was walking out and there was like people going, "Can I get a photograph? I'm so happy you're here. I can't believe that I'm gonna get to see you fight," you know. And when I interviewed him, he was like so special.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? It makes it.
He's a humble guy, like, you know. Clancy's he's nuts, but he's humble. Yeah.
Well, listen, we're still going on here, so I'll let you go back to work because I know you're busy.
But, what?
Hang on. I'm finished now. That's what I'm saying. Martin Horgan for MMA Connect TV, and listen, great to speak to you. And I look forward. Do you want to say something else? You look like you're about to tell me something. A joke or something?
I don't have nothing to say.
Well, listen, it was great to have you on and a good
Thanks
chat
a
and lovely perspective as well to hear that from you. And we look forward to seeing you again in the future. So we'll see you soon. Ryan Sheehan for MMA Connect TV.